Hey, welcome everyone. This is Mike from zozostockwatch.com, and this is going to be your stock watch list for the 5th of September, Wednesday in this shortened trading week. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Today, Amazon hits 1 trillion in market cap today, and that happened right here. As Amazon got up to 20.50.50, and that was around 11:35 a.m. this morning. So Amazon, the second company to hit $1 trillion in market cap, it did not close at $1 trillion in market cap. As after it did hit that, they sold it off, they bounced it back up, and then kind of closed around this 20.36.25 area in the after hours here on Amazon. So that is the second company to hit the $1 trillion market cap. Nike was down today over 3% as Nike came out with that news that they're going to use Kaepernick in an ad for their Just Do It. And so sellers came in and they just did it to Nike today and sold that one off. Twitter and Facebook go to before Congress tomorrow, Wednesday, and so we'll see what's going to happen there with Twitter and Facebook. And then we have the jobs number coming out on Friday this week. The non-farm payrolls, it comes out Friday at 8:30 a.m. So that's one economic number that you might want to pay attention to. Let's get and look at the action in the SPY. These charts courtesy of the TC2000. So you see this morning on my TC2000 charts at around 4:10 a.m., 4:05 a.m. Actually, the market was gapping up, and then after that, they sold it off throughout the pre-market here. We kind of chopped sideways for a little bit. Then on the open, they brought us back down. They brought us down to about the 10 SMA on the daily chart here as the market opened up around that 288.74, the blue line you see there. Then we started to get a reversal at around 9:55 a.m. Today. And we had economic numbers come out at 10 o'clock. The PMI came out, and so that helped push us higher. We got up to about 290.25, and then we sold off again. Came right back down to about that 288.74 area. The light blue line you see there, they bounced us off there again, and then we kind of just trailed off into the close here. But bulls came in and were defending off the daily chart. The blue line you see there, the 10 SMA on the daily chart for the SPY today, and they did get us back above the 5 EMA on the daily chart, the yellow line you see here on the SPY. One stock that we traded today, and I have to say it was a pretty quiet day other than this AMD, and I'll go ahead and bring over the room for you so you can see. Each day we talk about the stocks that we're going to be watching. So AMD, we were talking about it and talked about it on the mic. I said watch AMD over this 25.65 break for AMD, and I called it over the microphone, typed it in the room. Here was our trigger on AMD over 25.65. Now you're looking at a 5-minute chart. I do this off of a 2-minute chart. So here's AMD. Here's our trigger right on the open, and the stock is continuing to run up past 28 and change here in the after hours. Now we still have a piece of this, at least I do, and some of the traders in my room do. So a very nice trade here, almost a $3 gain on AMD today. Didn't need much more than that. We did get some volatility play. We traded UVXY today right here on this break of 865. We got a push up to about 885, so about a 20 cents gain. Then later on in the day, we traded it again, and we got almost the same trade up to about $8.80 on UVXY. Once again, you're looking at a 2-minute chart for that. So that was some of the calls that we did in the service today at Zozo Stock Watch. Let's go ahead and get into some of the news that came out after the bell. tonight. This courtesy of the trade exchange. COUP had earnings after the bell. That stock powering up in the after hours tonight. Coop earnings per share beat by 12 cents. Revenue beat. We also had HQY came out with earnings. That one not faring as well in the after hours. Earnings per share beat by 6 cents. Revenue beat. So that one is down in the after hours. We had Workday earnings per share beat by 5 cents. Revenue beat. Once again, these are earnings that came out after hours tonight on the 3rd of September, and courtesy of the trade exchange built for traders by traders. WDAY Workday earnings per share beat by 5 cents, but they didn't like what they got there and they pushed it down. Then just now on his show, Kramer was saying that the pullback in Workday is a buy, so you're seeing some buying coming into Workday in the after hours here a little bit. RH Restoration Hardware moving down in the after hours, trading 144. Earnings per share beat, but revenue miss. Company raises Q3, Q4, and full year 2018 earnings guidance, but still the market, maybe it was all baked in the cake, as they say, on Restoration Hardware. So that one is moving down in the after hours. SMAR also had earnings after the bell tonight. They beat by 5 cents, beat on revenue. Stock moving up a little bit. AMSWA. Make sure I get those letters right. This stock beat by a penny, missed on revenue. Not a very widely followed stock. CAL misses by a penny, misses on revenue on CAL. That stock moving down in the after hours tonight. Some comments coming out of Trudeau. Says he's pleased with NAFTA progress on autos. That from Bloomberg. Trudeau says no NAFTA is better than a bad NAFTA for Canada. So more Politico speak coming out from Canada tonight. Let's see. Nike. Trump says Nike sending terrible message with Colin Kaepernick ad. Campaign, and that was in an interview today. So Trump finally came out talking about the Nike ad. Tesla, some news coming out after the bell tonight on Tesla. Something about an email accused that cave rescuer of being a child rapist and said he hopes there's a lawsuit. So that coming out from Elon Musk in an email, and that coming from BuzzFeed News. So that stock is continuing to trail off in the after hours. So Elon Musk, continues to tweet and email some crazy stuff there, huh? So Crone, this stock, we had the CEO on CNBC just a little bit ago. I'm doing this video at 6:45. He was on the 5 o'clock show tonight, and Crone moving up in the after hours tonight on his comments. Don't forget, Citron is short this stock now on Crone, saying that it was going to $3.50, but Crone basically ignoring that and pushing up today and in the after hours tonight. So let's go ahead and take a look at some more news that came out. Some of the top insider purchases that came out tonight. We had AGN, a couple of insider purchases there on that name. And then some news coming out, some political news. Mueller is said to accept written answers from Trump, that coming from the New York Times. TLYS proposed secondary offering. PETQ filed Form S3, so some dilution there on PETQ. And that's some of the news from the trade exchange built for traders by traders. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the action today in the markets. We had the VIX actually with a 13 handle and we moved up about 2.3%. The SMH was very strong. Once again, AMD, most of that gain in the SMH, moving up quite a bit today, almost an 11% gain in AMD. The banks were up a little bit, about 0.5%. The retailers did very well today. We had up about 0.5% on some of the retailers. To the downside, we had Turkey, TUR, the ETF there, down again. The XME, the precious metals and mining, down almost 2% for the day. The OIH was down 1.5% for the day. The oil services sector, the IBB paused a little bit today, down 1%. Oil came out and was up over $70 a barrel today, but reversed back down, losing almost 1% on oil today. We had the IWM down about 0.5%, and other than that, just some little bit of selling going on in the market. We had the SPY down about 50 cents today. We had the Nasdaq Composite down about 18 points. The Dow Jones Industrials were down over 150 points, I believe, at one point, and ended up closing down for the day, only down 12 points for the day. So we'll have to see how the futures are going to do in the overnight. Right now, the futures are basically flat at the moment, so not much direction. It's early in the session. Like I said, it's about 6:45 my time, Eastern time, and the futures, the Nasdaq futures are down about 6. The S&P futures down about half a point, and the Dow down about 1 point. So basically flat right now in the early trading in the futures. All right, let's get into that watch list real fast. And the first one up is going to be AFMD. Now this one is kind of taking a little bit of a break. It's basing under this $6 area. The high today on this name was $5.85. Keep an eye on this one. 3 million shares kind of snuck in there today. It is holding above the 5 EMA, so keep an eye on that one. You might get a nice intraday trade. AMRN held up well today. 6.2 million shares came into that name. I'll be watching this one intraday tomorrow. AMD, I think it might need to pause tomorrow. Like I said, we're in this from 25.65 from today, so we'll be watching for a further continuation move. I'll probably sell it into that pop if it does pop in the morning. APPN, software infrastructure. This one had a nice day today, some expanding volume here. It is at the highs here at 36.35. So this one will be on watch with some of those other software names coming out with earnings tonight. So I'll keep an eye on that. Avid had a very big volume day today. AVID, electronic gaming and multimedia, trying to get up above this 675 level on that one. AWX. Now, I'm not in love with this chart, but it's been pretty quiet, so I'm trying to kind of think outside the box here a little bit. And I'm going to keep this one on my radar. The high today was that 465. For me, I'd like it to clear that 475. If it does that, you might get some follow through in AWX. Not one that I'm in love with. BLNK was getting some buying into the close today. You see this move up to about 355. We closed at 345, 344. If you're a day trader, you should be familiar with Blink. It can make some nice moves, so I'll have it on watch. Volume was a little bit light, 380,000 shares. Volume can always come into a stock, so I'll have it on watch. Crone, like I said, moving up in the after hours. We actually got in this name for a trade in the after hours tonight over 1175, and it pushed up to about near $12. So that one moving up. It'll be on watch again for tomorrow. DPW, if you like these under $1 names. Now this is connected with Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Volume 3.6 million shares. Keep an eye on this one, starting to get back over the 50 SMA here on DPW. Galt, An okay day. Held most of its gains today. It brought it down to about $6. Then they popped it back up. 1.4 million shares on Galt. INET had a very strong day today. It's just 5.8 million shares. A lot of volume came in. Has that $9 area. Can be spready at times on INET. So just keep that in mind. INNT. So just keep that in mind. It can be spready intraday. So don't bet the farm as on it, as they say. Life trying to get up over this 50 SMA, the light blue line you see here, almost a million shares traded. The high today on this one was 82 cents on Life, so keep an eye on this if you like those under $1 names. In the after hours, Mankind is drifting higher. We're up at 238 in the after hours. Actually got traders in this today on the break of 203. It pushed up to about 220, started to come back at us, so we got back out, and then we missed this move in the after hours. So we'll see if we'll get a trigger in this Mankind for tomorrow. MYSZ is starting to curl back up, has that $1 up ahead. MYSZ 95 cents, believe, yeah, 94 cents was the high today. Keep an eye on MYSZ. NBEV also 1.6 million shares came into NBEV. Now, we just had that buyout of Soda, and FIZZ also looking pretty good on its chart here. The other small little soda company, Rocks, not really much going on there, but NBEV had a nice volume pop here today. So I'll have this on watch. Not a very good intraday trader. I'd be looking more for a swing trade in NBEV. Keep an eye on it. NCTY. Almost 10 million shares traded in this, came up to about $2, and then they pulled it back. Now, I wish it would have held more of its gains, but we'll keep it on watch for tomorrow. Electronic gaming and multimedia. So keep an eye on that. PACB, watching this one for the $5 break on PACB. Pixie had a good day today. Volume was a little bit light. The high today on PIXY, Pixie, 375. We closed at 369, so held most of the gains. Keep an eye on that one. RADA, RADA, had a contract over the weekend, so they popped this one. 600,000 shares. We'll see if it can make a move towards that $3 again tomorrow on RADA, RADA. KTOS was also strong today. They got a contract in this name, KTOS. So keep an eye on that one also if you like those defense names. REPH, 1.8 million shares. Finally did get up over $8. So REPH, they came in, they bought it off around that $7 area, pushed it back up. Keep an eye on this one. Might make a move tomorrow. SESN held up pretty well. Still has that 250 number up ahead. 3.8 million shares on SESN, but one to watch. If it can get up over that 250, you could get a nice continuation move. Biotech name there, strictly for day trading. SGMO, this one 5.6 million shares, has that $20 number up ahead. 1925 was the highs today, so keep an eye on that one. Sono, kind of watching this one to see if they want to turn this one around. It's been holding this 19 area. If you notice, you could kind of draw a little bit of a trend line there on it. So it's holding this $19 area. For me, if it got back over, say, 1950 or so on SONO, it might become interesting for a swing trade. SSC, this one popped today. 2.9 million shares came into SSC. 450 looks like the number it needs to get up above. We closed at 435. SSC, keep it on watch. TOCA got a price target increase last week and also today. Biotech name, expanding volume here, has that $11 number up ahead, so keep an eye on that one. TTPH, I'm not sure if this one is a pot stock or connected to pot, cannabis in any way, but 1.1 million shares. It's not a favorite, but if it ever gets up over this 375 area, maybe it becomes interesting on TTPH. Not in love with it right now. Zion, the banks were pretty strong. The KRE ETF was moving up today. XLF was moving up today. So I'm going to keep an eye on Zion here. If it can get back over that 54.25 level, possible swing trade in this one. Citigroup came back from that $70 area. They pushed it up. Bank America also got some buying in it today. The leader is JP Morgan. They were buying some of the banks today as the TLT was moving down, so yields move up. So TLT was moving down, so the yields were moving up. So some banks were getting some buying. Also, we have the September Fed meeting coming up, and from what I'm reading, many expect the Fed to raise the rates in that September meeting. So that would be healthy for the banks, I guess. So keep an eye on some of these banks. I'm going to watch ZION. There's HBAN. That one daily chart looks pretty good. So, go through the KRE here, all right, the ETF, or you could play the KRE, the regional banking ETF, or you could play the XLF to the upside if you like the banks. All right, this is Mike from zozostockwatch.com. This has been your stock watch list for Wednesday, the 5th of September. Don't forget this week, we had Monday, the markets were closed, and we're going into Friday, and we're waiting on that jobs number. Once again, in case you missed my video last night, we do have some Fed speak coming out tomorrow at 3 o'clock, then at 4 o'clock, some Fed speak, and then throughout the week, and all leading up to the employment report on Friday. All right, everybody, have a great night. This is Mike from zozostockwatch.com. Hope you have a good day trading tomorrow, whether it be a swing trading or day trading. We do both. We do swing trading and day trading at the service. Hope you'll come try it out. Once again, this is Mike from zozostockwatch.com.